Wow. Where did it go? June 2024. Just like that, it was over. I did manage, however, even though there were only 30 days, to get through a number of good books. And here I am to talk about them today. Welcome to Fantasy for the Ages, the show where a father and son talk about fantasy, science fiction, and other nerdy things we enjoy. Just Jim, the father, here today, as is often the case. This is my hobby, and my son joins me when he has time, but he's been out on vacation, so there's been a lot more of me just recently. But it's okay. Today it's about the books I've been reading. So let me get to it. I managed to get through 8 books in the month of June. I'm always reading 3 different styles at the same time. Physically, so something I'm holding in my hand, a Kindle book that I can read on my iPad, my phone, and audiobooks. Let's start with the physical book first because I made no progress. I mean, I did read, but I spent the whole month still reading what I was reading last month, which is Down Below Beyond, a sci-fi novel, standalone novel by T.A. Bruno. It's written in a setting out in the galaxy that he has written other things in, but this one is just a book by itself, and you can just read this and enjoy it. I am reading it and enjoying it. I've got like the last quarter of the book to go. I should finish it soon because I've got some vacation time coming. There's nothing hard about this book. I just haven't given it the time because of how it works into my routines. My routines have been messed up. So, not as much time for physical books. I'm loving when I do read this book. Kindle Books, well, I started the month by finishing, finally, Toll the Hounds, Book 8 of Malazan, Book of the Fallen. I started it March 31st. So, yes, all of April, all of May, and the first week of June. It is the longest book of Malazan, Book of the Fallen, that whole 10-book series. It was incredible and a strong 5-star read for me. But whew, it was good to have that done. I could then try reading things that were a little shorter, which included Moon Cops on the Moon by C.T. Phipps, a fun standalone science fiction mystery adventure story. C.T. Phipps has written a number of books in his science fiction futuristic settings, still in our galaxy, even our solar system and beyond. But this book, written in that same area, is a standalone at this point. He intends to perhaps write more based on this one book. It was fun. It was quirky. I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it, would recommend it to anybody. After that, I moved on to Demon's Tear, book 1 of the Gentakai saga by R.E. Sanders. This was another epic fantasy book in the same world he'd already written a couple things in. The Path of Blades is something I've read before and have a review episode on. But this is the beginning now of a series in this world he's created. And it's a solid start to a new epic fantasy series. I gave it 4 stars. I definitely enjoyed it. Some great characters going on. I'll have an episode just on it coming out soon. But that was my Kindle books. With those done, I'll be moving back into Malazan, Book of the Fallen for the big finish there. Not this episode. Audiobooks is where I've got 5 more books that I conquered in June. Victory, conquered, whatever. First off, it was finishing the Bleed trilogy, that collaboration by 3 authors, Chris Philbrook, David Moody, and Mark Tufo. I had read the first 2 books last month and started the final book, Armageddon, but most of it I finished at the beginning of this month. It was a decent finish. I gave it 3 stars, so it's okay. It didn't knock my socks off. The previous 2 books of this trilogy were better than the finish. Moved on from there to Heroes Die by Matthew Stover. 5 stars for that one. Man, The Acts of Cain. That's book 1 of The Acts of Cain. Zach had read those before. They've been in my TBR a while. Why did I wait so long? Heroes Die was fantastic. Man, so good. After that one, I moved on to a short prequel novella called Zombies versus the Living Dead by Frank Tale. I mean, I love zombie apocalypse literature. Y'all know that. This is a prequel to his 19-book series, Surviving the Evacuation. And it gave me a real nice taste for his writing style, his approach to characters, and how he's going to treat the zombie apocalypse. It was good. I really enjoyed this book. I liked the writing style. It was easy to pick up and move right through. Solid 5-star read for me. And I don't give 5 stars easily to Zombie Apocalypse. I mean, I will give them because the story is what always sucks me in the most. If it's got a great story, it could get 5 stars. This had a great story, but it was more than just great. It was really well written. After that, right back into the Acts of Cain, this time book 2, Blade of Tyshel, which is much longer than Heroes Die, also by Matthew Stover. Can I give a book 6 stars? This was shockingly good, so brilliant. Loved, loved, loved Blade of Tyshel. And after that, I went back to the zombie apocalypse because I came upon a book I didn't know existed, written back in 2020, The Living Dead by George freaking A. Romero. There's no freaking in his name, but the granddaddy of zombie apocalypse movies that are out there. Well, he actually tried to write a book. He never finished the book. It's in the same universe of zombie stuff that his movies are in. So Daniel Kraus is hired by his estate, comes in, a big fan of Romero's works, has written some zombie stuff on his own too. He finishes the book, and it is the single best serious take on the zombie apocalypse that I've ever read. 5 stars. Fantastic. Strong recommend if you at all like zombie literature. Well, there you go. Those are my June books. It was a full month. A lot of fun. July. Woo, we're in July already, and I'm already busy. But that can wait till tomorrow's episode to tell you what I'm up to and what I hope to get through. If you have thoughts on any of the books that I read this month, put them down in the comments. I'll respond. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.